Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, The Moody Pages. I'm Chanel, your fellow mood reader, and this is Joey. I have a fun vlog planned, and this is gonna help me stay accountable, hold me accountable to the books I'm going to be reading. So in February, there is a big bookish event called Wild and Windy, and it's the last one that they're hosting here in Arizona, and I am going with my friends. I'm going to be meeting a friend for the very first time, and I'm so excited, and we're meeting up with another friend. Anyways, we have this little group chat going, and we are trying to figure out what we want to read from some of these authors that are going to be there. And my friend, Stills, she has a book that she picked out called Unveil by Greer Rivers. So I've been reading this on my Kindle, and I haven't read a dark romance in a hot minute. It's been like a month or so. This is hitting so good. I'm about 73% of the way through. Let me tell you about it. The prologue I wasn't too certain on. It was really confusing, and I did reread it another time because I was like, did I understand that right? It sounds like a dad bet his daughter. I think three dads bet their daughters' lives for marriage to this one dude. Is now the right time for a bone? So the guy sold off his daughter. I'm assuming that the three dads did, and each book is gonna follow a brother. This one is just so good. So it's a mafia romance. Each family is part of some type of mafia kin, I don't know. And one of them is just like the king of New Orleans. This story follows this guy named Ryan and this girl named Luna. Luna is a ballet dancer, and she's very good at what she does. She has been protected by her dad and shadows for so long, and her shadows are actually her best friends. They're just protecting her and making sure that she's really safe in the city, even though her dad is like the biggest mafia mob dude out there. So anyone would be dumb to mess with him. And she gets kidnapped by her fiance, her betrothed, and she didn't realize that the pact was actually on. The dad was very insistent that he was drunk and it didn't matter that they made a pact, and he has stolen her. So anyways, that is the beginning of the book. I'm not going to explain the rest so far, but the tension, the story building, like the world building between these families is a little bit intricate. I'm trying to understand how each one is playing into it, and all I know is that I'm a sucker for it. This is just one of a book that I can just binge, and it's actually taken me a week though to get to the 73%. I've been busy, and on top of that, when I am in love with a book, I tend to savor it a lot, and I drag it out a little bit longer than I probably should. So hence me dragging this out for like a week. Next book I'm currently starting is Wicked Wonderland by Eva Chase. I think it's Eva Chase, and that is my pick. So I'm really excited. I have read the Stalking Dead series by her. It's like the Gang of Ghouls series, and that's a little bit of a paranormal romance, and this is, I believe, a fantasy romance. If not, it's gonna be like a paranormal romance. So far it starts off with a bang. So I'm excited to keep going. I'm probably gonna play on my Switch for a little bit, and later tonight I might read some more. I just really am into Animal Crossing right now. So far, Wicked Wonderland is really good. It's interesting. Very quickly, you definitely can tell that it is Alice in Wonderland inspired. She is transports into a world called Wonderland. We get to meet characters like the Mad Hatter and the Chester. There's another character in there too, like for sure we've met 2 dudes. I could have sworn that there's 3, but the other audiobook, The Gang of Ghouls, she does white shoes. So I'm thinking that this is how it's going to end up being. So I'm gonna have a snack and probably go to bed. I'll talk to you guys later.
He straightened up and stepped toward us.
Okay, we are a lot more up close and personal than I was hoping for, but I went thrifting and I got quite a bit of the audio book done. I feel like it's interesting. There's a lot of questions going on and I'm very interested to see how it turns out. I'll show you a quick little haul. I got a few jeans. So I got these pretty much like cargo pants, and then it was like $6.99. Everything was on sale. I guess minus these. This was the most expensive thing. I got these really pretty blue pants. $4.99, but it was on sale, 25% off. So in total, this ended up being $21. But I also had a coupon, like I also had store credit. So then I got these cute jeans from J. Crew. These were $8.99 and also 25% off. Okay, so anyways, what I'm trying to say is these were, the haul was $21 worth, but I had $14 in store credit. So I only spent $6.35. And that is why I love thrifting. Okay, and then I got these cute jeans for my daughter. So cute. One of my favorite things about thrifting is when you can find name brand stuff. I always have really good luck finding name brand pants for work, so I don't go out and buy brand new clothes. If I do, I am hitting up my friend who works for J. Crew and using her discount. 4 pairs of pants for $6. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's go home, listen to the audiobook, and we'll see what happens from there.
Gonna start filming. We're gonna start filming. Oh yeah.
Boy, do I have updates. Okay, so I finished Wicked Wonderland. I thought that it was very fun, very whimsical. The tension between all the characters, it's definitely a white shoes. I'm so excited to continue on with the series. Just towards the end, you started getting some answers, and then the plot is really building, and you're like, okay, I just really need to read the next one. So that is on my TBR to continue the rest of them. And I was gonna actually pre-order the omnibus, but the pre-order closed, so I cannot get the special edition. So that's gonna be one of the first booths I hit up when we go to Wild and Windy. I finished Unveil, and it took me a long time to finish, mostly because, again, I drag out my stories that I don't want to finish. Like, I don't want it to end. I like living in it because it's just so easy to consume, easy to think about. It was just so good. I really loved the mafia romance part of it. There was a lot of danger, there was a lot of build-up, a lot of character development, and really good mental health representation, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I didn't give it 5 stars because there was a few things that just tiny bothered me, and if you know me really well, it's probably about one subject, but I will leave it at that. I'm such a hater. Oh my gosh. Anyways, no, I didn't give it 5 stars just because I think that there's a few things that probably could have been a little bit better explained or done, but it was still like a 4.75. So it's not quite a 4-star, but better than a 4-star, but not as top tier as a 5-star. But I will be purchasing this. And then the other series that's completed, those are actually the parents. So Phantom is Luna's parents, which is Unveiled. So I need to read the parent stories, and she has special editions at the at the event, but they're $200 just for 3 books. I don't think I can justify that, so I'll probably just end up doing paperbacks if I like the spin-off. I'm trying to really hard to only buy books that I really love. It's tough. One more yap session. I started the Pucking Raw Number, and it is so funny. I am laughing, but the intro had some really hard topics. Like, I was like, man, we're really hitting it right off the bat with like these heavy topics. Okay, let's go. Overall, I'm having such a good time. I am also thinking that this is probably going to be like a 4 or 5-star read. Time will tell. All right, let's go.
Tracing the veins that pulse beneath the skin. I could feel it.
I know I don't have a lot of B-roll going on, and I haven't said much other than I'm having a lot of fun. I'm filming on my phone right now, so forgive me. But I was loving the Pucking Raw Number, and I am at 88%, and what am I reading? What I am reading, I did not expect from a sports romance. I would expect it from a stalker romance or like a mafia romance, maybe. Anything but a sports romance, really. The obsessiveness is a little crazy. It has gone overboard for me. And I think it's just because I was not expecting this from a, let's say it again, take a shot, hopefully you get drunk after this, sports romance. Okay, I'm gonna go finish up the last little bit and we'll see what happens. I finished the Pucking Raw Number. What a wild ride. So I went into this blind, okay? I've never read from this author before. I don't know if this author typically writes dark romance, and maybe I missed that. I don't know. I would say up to 88% of the book, I was loving it. 5-star material. It was so good. After the 88% mark is where it started to lose me, mostly because that's just not what I expected in a sports romance, and maybe that's my fault for going into it blind and also not having read anything from this author. And I typically do like a stalker romance. Like, I do read dark romance and I like dark romance, but because that is not exactly what I was going into, that might have affected my reading experience. When I read dark romance, I am well aware that that's the genre and that's what I am loving. There are some traits within dark romance and I'm like, oh gosh, red flag, of course. But I don't know, okay, what am I trying to say here? I was thrown for a loop. I feel like I was bamboozled from a cutesy romance novel, contemporary sports romance novel, but instead I was delivered a dark romance, sports romance in the worst way. I guess I just didn't care for it. I didn't care for his behavior, because to me, if that happened to me in real life, I would be absolutely furious and disgusted. And how they described his behavior just really made me think that was out of character for what I had envisioned from this character. So I would say it ended up being like a 3-star rounded up. Otherwise on Storygraph I put 2.75. I know. It was not good. It was not good. Anyways, at least I had some other great hits. I'm very excited for Wild and Windy. I can't wait to see what my friends think of all these books, and I'm excited to meet my friends at Wild and Windy, and hopefully I can vlog that time period as well. So I would love to know if you've read any of these books, and if so, comment down below which one and what you thought. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!